Hello again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tutorial for you on this look right here. I used some of the shadows from the ColourPop Kathleen Lights Where the Night Is palette, as well as some other ColourPop products. I've got a pretty good mixture of drugstore and high-end makeup on my face today. I apologize if I'm extremely low energy. My ear is killing me. I'm actually about to go to the Minute Clinic right now and find out what's wrong. And yes, I am going with all of this on my face, even though it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to tell you except for thank you so much for watching. Please click the link below to subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see more fun makeup looks. Thank you so much for watching. Love ya. So I've already primed my eyes and I'm going to go in with this shade from the Kat Von D Shade+Light Eye Palette. This is in the shade Laetus, I believe is how it's pronounced. And we're going to use this all over as our transition shade. And we're just going to use a Sigma E40 to blend that all out. And then we're going to take the shade Solas from the Shade and Light Eye Palette, and we're just going to put this in the crease and a little bit in the outer corner. I always start off with windshield wiper motions with this and then go in with the little circular motions just to make sure everything is nice and blended. And we're using a Sigma E35, I believe. I can never remember the number of this brush, but I use it for 98% of everything on my eyelids, but I'll leave the actual name down below in the description box. And we're going to take the shade Midnight from the ColourPop collaborations with Kathleen Lights, the Where the Night Is quad, and we're just going to pack this on the outer corner and a little bit into the crease of our eye as well. And this is a Sigma, oh goodness, I have no idea what the name of this brush is. I will definitely link that one down below. That's from the Mr. or not the Mr. Bunny, the Mrs. Bunny collection, and it's a synthetic brush, which is why I chose it, because it's perfect for the ColourPop shadows. I'm just taking that E40 brush again and blending everything out so that there aren't any harsh lines. And we're going to take the shade Weenie from ColourPop and Kathleen Lights, and we're going to use another synthetic brush. This is actually a concealer brush, but I have really small eyelids, so this brush actually works better than a flat shader brush for me because it's smaller. And we're just going to pack this all over the lid and a little bit over that midnight shade just to make sure everything is nice and seamless. And then we're going to take the shade Puppy Love, also from ColourPop, and we're going to put this just right in the center of the eye just for a little bit more dimension. And I just used the same brush that I used the shade Weenie with. And then I'm taking some face primer on a Q-tip and cleaning up the outside edges instead of using tape today. I noticed that the tape adhesive has really started to irritate my eyes, so we're trying a new technique. And I'm going to take the NYX Jolie gel liner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to tightline my upper waterline, and then later on I'll go in and tightline my lower waterline as well with this same pencil. And I'm going to take the Kat Von D ink liner in the shade Trooper, and we're going to use this to do our winged liner today. and most of this was out of focus, so I do apologize. I'm working on different camera angles so that we can actually get all of this in focus all the time, and once I get that figured out, I will get that how I do my winged liner video up for you. It's just taking some time to learn how to get everything in focus. Then we're just going to curl our lashes and then do a few coats of the Maybelline Rocket Mascara in black. I don't know what happened to the clip of the mascara, or me showing you the mascara, I should say, but it's just basic black mascara. There's nothing special about it. This is just one I'm using to try and use up so that I can open up a new one. And when I use an eyelash curler, I always curl my lash and then put mascara on that same lash and then curl the other lash and then put mascara on the other lash, because I find that my lashes will just go right back to their natural uncurled state if I don't do everything really quickly. And then we're going to move on to the face. We're using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer in number 2 Smoothing, and the Maybelline Matte+Poreless Liquid Foundation. I'm just going to buff this in with my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush. And I'm not a fan of this foundation. It's really just one that I'm using to try and use so I can move on to something else that I like more. But if you are looking for a drugstore foundation and you're okay with a super thick feeling on the skin, this is a great one to try because it does have a really great coverage and it does last a while. I just can't handle how thick it is on my skin. And I'm going to conceal and highlight my under eye area with the NYX HD concealer. This concealer I really like. Love the formula. I'm really happy with the pigmentation. The shade that I got is a little bit lighter than what I had anticipated, but once I have all of my other powders and stuff on, you really can't tell that it's almost stark white. The only thing I don't like about this is the applicator. It is really scratchy and really hard. I don't know if it's just my under eyes and they're really sensitive or what the deal is, but I find myself having to use a lot of product to make it feel nice when I apply it on the skin. But the product itself is amazing. I'm just using a Sigma F84 kabuki brush to blend that out. And what I use to set my under eye is just the yellow highlight from the LORAC Pro Contour Palette. I don't know where my clips of that went either, but we're just gonna work with it. And I'm gonna bake my face. I've noticed recently that on my nose and my chin area, foundation is not staying there. It will last maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. So I tried this out today. I have baked before, usually just in my under eyes and underneath my contour, but I have to say I really like the way this turned out. So I just lined my lower waterline with that same NYX pencil. Now I'm going back in with this shade Solas from the Shade and Light palette, and I'm just going to push this right up against my lower waterline, and then I'm going to blend everything out with the Laetus shade from the same palette as well. And put on a little bit of mascara. I just used the same Maybelline one. Then I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and dust off the excess powder from where we baked our face. I'm going to take the medium contour shade from the LORAC Pro Contour Palette, and I'm just going to bronze my face with this. I'm not really trying to contour today. Just wanted a little something just to give my face some dimension and some life. And then I'm going to take the shade Aphrodisiac. This is a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek color, and I started applying this with a brush and nothing was coming off, so then I decided I was just going to use my finger, which is what I usually use when I use these blushes. I should have known better than to try with a brush first, but I really love these blushes. Then I'm going to take the shade Moonstone from the Becca Afterglow palette, and I'm going to use that to highlight the tops of my cheekbones and then my nose and my cupid's bow as well. And then I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Lippy Primer, and I did have a lip mask on underneath this just because I always have something on my lips, but this applied really well over top of that. And I am using the Aquarius pencil to line my lips, and then I'm going to go in with the Aquarius lippy stick to fill everything in. The Aquarius pencil and lippy stick are also a collab from ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. And I have to say that I was super impressed with the way this all wore using the primer, the lippy stick, and the lippy pencil. I put this on, I wiped it off to eat lunch, and when I was done eating lunch, I still had quite a bit of pigment on my lips and I didn't feel like I needed to put more on. I put more on because I'm excessive like that, but I didn't feel the need to, so I really love these products together. I think they are amazing. And yeah, that is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. This video was so fun to do for you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Love ya!